We got the Amlogic board in this guy. So yeah, there it is. The 186 terahash. Didn't go with the 195 just because it was $100 more and because I'm poor. So we need to remove this little 4-pin cable right here, right there, and also this 6-pin cable right there. Now there's 10 screws here. That's step 2. Those are some chunky bus bars right there, even compared to the ones that they supplied. Next, on the back of the power supply here that connects to the main frame, looks like we got a couple screws here. And then the plate that the rear fans connect to, instead of taking the fans off, you want to make sure you get the entire plate. Slide out the power supply. Okay, so here, this is the plug. It's a normal, what? C13 or C14 plug, and we want this to be facing forward. And so they just have little channels. I don't know if you can really see that. Aluminum channels that we just line up the power supply. Just like that. There's one, there's two. There's the third one. Then we work backwards like before, reattaching the rear fan. Okay, so the power supply now sits like flush. The other one was much higher than the other one. So these bus bars are different. These are the ones that come with it. So if we take a look here, this one clearly goes here. This one clearly goes here. I want to make sure these are not touching whatsoever. And you want to make sure these are definitely tight because this is what the power is going to. Any looseness will be a place where extra heat can be build up. So I'm just going to start in this corner, not go the whole way down. I'm going to go over to this side. This 4-pin, which is communication to the Amlogic board right there. I'm going to push that right down, and then we're going to attach the small screw right here. So they made little clip things right here. That's nice. This could be almost broken off, but it's stopped by the back here. Don't over tighten this because this is a 3D printed part. You will just crack the plastic. The T21 transformer right there. We are ready for single phase. We got the cords. I mean, let's go test it. What am I doing? Okay, I got it set up on top of my Octominer. I got 220 up. So either we'll flip a breaker or I'll die. And there's two. Looks like we got fans. The breaker didn't flip. Yeah, it looks like it's booting up correctly. It in fact was not booting up correctly. I actually had an issue with the Amlogic board. It was completely dead. It was stuck in a 15-second boot loop. No matter what I did, I could not figure it out. So I ended up going back to NHash and asking them what should I do, and they said go to Bitmain. Well, I don't want to send my ASIC miner to a Bitcoin facility in the United States just for it to take several months to get fixed and then sent back to me. So what I did is I went on Amazon, found an Amlogic board, matched the exact same version, and purchased it. It took about 2 weeks to get here. Next, it was the software. Now, looking over like Voss Coin videos that he had on these T21 transformer videos, or transformer kits, the software, there's like 2 different ones, and depending on what kind of board you have to get a certain kind. Now, Justin from Luxor was kind enough to put the custom software on the T21 Amlogic board, and he did that through Tailscale, which is like a VPN. So I opened up my network, specifically the IP of that T21, just so he didn't see all of my network, and put the custom software on. And then I took the Amlogic board and put it back into the T21, booted it right up, and we were off to the races, and it still works perfectly fine to this day. So that's pretty much it for the Antminer T21 transformer kit. It is simply switching out the power supply, then getting the right software on it. If you were curious what the wattage is, I actually got that right here. I just checked. We're at 14.9 amps at 221 volts. So that's 3,292. This isn't running at full. I believe it's at 163 terahash. I have it down just a little bit. You can see what it says in the software there, which at 10 cents per kilowatt is, yeah, it's not very profitable. Anyway, that is how I switched over the T21. Hopefully this video helped you in some way. If you have any questions about how to do it, you can leave them in the comment section down below. I'll try to help you there, or reach out to anyone smarter than me, like people like Luxor Technology. They're really good, and they help me out in a couple different things, so shout out to them. They're pretty much the hero of this entire story, unlike the Amlogic board, which is, well, yeah.